Every morning at 7:30, Noah Bennett sat at the same window table in a quiet Manhattan coffee shop. He drank black coffee and watched the city move, always positioned at the edge of the crowd, but never part of it. His laptop was always open to a document containing a single sentence he couldn't finish. For Noah, that blinking cursor was proof of every rejection letter he'd ever received, and a growing fear that he had nothing left to say. He was reaching a point of exhaustion. After years of trying to build a career as a writer, the daily routine of sitting at this table had become a ritual of admitting defeat. Creative failure is often a quiet, internal process. It happens when a person stops fearing the industry's rejection and starts believing that their own perspective no longer holds any value. Noah's isolation was broken on a Monday morning when a woman named Emma Reynolds rushed toward the counter. Her focus slipped, and her entire design portfolio scattered across the wooden floor. Noah stood up to help her gather the sheets. When the papers were back in her arms, the coffee shop was too crowded for her to find her own seat. She pointed to the empty chair across from him and asked if it was taken. Emma noticed his open notebook and asked if he was a writer. When Noah said he was trying to be one, she smiled and told him that trying is how every story starts. This brief interaction forced Noah's attention away from his own creative block. By focusing on a stranger's perspective for a few minutes, he found the momentum to finally finish the sentence on his screen. Their accidental meeting turned into a shared schedule. Every morning at 7:30, they met at the same table to discuss their work, their goals, and the city around them. Emma didn't offer Noah technical writing advice. Instead, she provided a space where he felt comfortable sharing his unfinished ideas without the immediate fear of being judged or rejected. As they became closer, Noah's productivity changed. His manuscript grew from a few scattered notes into dozens of completed pages. Manhattan continued its frantic pace just outside the glass, but inside the cafe, their morning routine remained slow and deliberate. Success often relies on finding a single person who acknowledges the value of the daily effort, rather than focusing solely on the final result. The routine was interrupted by an email. A design firm in California offered Emma a position that would move her 3,000 miles away from New York. The atmosphere at their table changed. The empty chair, which had become a source of consistency for Noah, was now a reminder that their time together was ending. Many people in Noah's position would have asked her to stay. He chose to do the opposite. He insisted that she take the job. He believed that the value of their connection shouldn't be used as a reason for her to give up the opportunity she had worked years to earn. On her last morning in the city, Emma left him a photograph of their table with a note. "Some places become special because of the people we meet there." In return, Noah showed her that he had finally finished his novel. Supporting someone's ambition sometimes requires the willingness to let them go, even when their absence changes your daily life. A year passed. The distance between New York and California forced them to focus on their individual careers. Emma established herself in the California design world, while Noah worked with a publisher to bring his manuscript to print. When the book was finally published, the first page carried a simple dedication: "To the person who taught me to finish the story." By keeping their promise to pursue their own goals, they ensured that their connection remained a source of strength rather than a distraction. 1 year after Emma left, Noah walked into the coffee shop on a rainy morning and headed towards his usual table. Emma was already there. She had accepted a new job offer that brought her back to Manhattan, and she was waiting in the same seat where they had first met. This diagram tracks their diverging paths. Personal growth often requires moving in different directions before successfully reconnecting. The time apart allowed them to grow. Meeting again, they were no longer trying to start their stories. They were ready to build a life together. A fulfilling life is created by choosing to pursue personal dreams without abandoning the people who encourage them. Noah and Emma's story shows that when two people are committed to each other's growth, the ending is always worth the wait.